Rockstar Games has quietly raised the prices of Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, and barely anyone's talking about it. What started as a quiet update on the UK PS Store now looks like part of a much bigger trend, with price hikes across multiple regions and platforms. But here's the question: is this just Rockstar making up for inflation, or are they setting the stage for an even more aggressive pricing model with GTA 6? Let's break down the price hikes, why they matter, and how they could be warning signs of a much larger shift in Rockstar's and the industry's strategy. In early May, sharp-eyed fans on Pure Xbox noticed something strange on the UK PS Store. Red Dead Redemption had jumped from £39.99 to £49.99, and Red Dead Redemption 2 had quietly gone from £54.99 to £59.99. These changes weren't announced or explained. No blog posts, no patch notes, just updated numbers and a heavier hit on your wallet. That alone raised eyebrows, especially considering that both games are years old. Red Dead 2 released back in 2018, and the PS4 port of the original Red Dead launched in 2023. They're not new releases, and they haven't received major updates that justify a higher price tag. Worse, the price jump isn't isolated to just individual purchases. The digital bundle that includes both games has also increased, from £84.99 to a hefty £99.99. That's a £15 jump for two titles that haven't changed in content, performance, or availability. And it's not just the UK feeling the sting. Reports show similar increases in other countries like Brazil and Chile. Clearly, this is a coordinated global pricing move by Rockstar, and that brings us to the bigger question: why now? Why would Rockstar increase the prices of old games now, especially with no new content, no remasters, and no promotional tie-ins? Here's what we think. This is a test. Rockstar, and by extension Take-Two Interactive, could be using Red Dead as a low-risk litmus test for future pricing strategies. If they can bump prices on older titles without significant backlash, it sets a precedent for what they can charge when GTA 6 drops. And GTA 6 is the elephant in the room. In recent months, publishers like Nintendo and Microsoft have set a new pricing standard at $70 for AAA games. But there's speculation that Rockstar might go even further. Could they charge $80 or more for GTA 6? Given Rockstar's reputation, the hype surrounding the game, and the skyrocketing cost of development, it's not unthinkable. Raising Red Dead prices now gets people used to the idea, without officially declaring a new price ceiling. Another factor here is the all-digital model. Physical copies of older games can often be found at discounts, used, bundled, or on sale at major retailers. But digital storefronts like the PS Store or Xbox Marketplace don't have that competition. They can raise prices overnight, and unless you're tracking it closely, you might never notice. Rockstar is leveraging that control. By raising prices quietly and globally, they're normalizing higher costs in a space where consumers have fewer options. And for players who only buy digital, this might just be the new normal. There's also no sign that this is temporary. The price hikes have remained in place for over a week across multiple regions. If this were a mistake or a sale gone wrong, someone at Rockstar or Sony would have corrected it by now. The silence speaks volumes. Before we move on, if you want to try the latest games without breaking the bank, Gamefly lets you rent physical copies and have them delivered right to your door. Click the link in the description to learn more and start your free trial. Whether you're into open-world epics, anime adventures, or nerdy cult classics, Gamefly has you covered. Now, let's get back to it. Let's not forget, this isn't happening in a vacuum. Rockstar has been unusually secretive and slow with updates. Red Dead Online has essentially been abandoned. GTA 5 continues to rake in money via GTA Online, but players are getting tired of recycled content and overpriced microtransactions. Meanwhile, GTA 6 is still at least a year away, and fans are growing restless. Raising prices on old games without offering anything new is a risky move. It suggests either desperation or overconfidence. And then there's Take-Two. The company has made it clear in investor calls that they're expecting massive profits from GTA 6, and they've repeatedly defended premium pricing models. CEO Strauss Zelnick has even implied that games should cost more based on how much value they offer. In other words, GTA 6 might not just be expensive, it might set a whole new pricing standard. It's also worth considering the broader context. Sony has raised the price of all three PS Plus tiers in several regions. Xbox Game Pass is constantly adjusting its offerings and value proposition, and hardware prices for the PS5 and Xbox Series XS have gone up in some markets. In that light, Rockstar's move isn't an outlier, it's part of a wave. Game publishers and console manufacturers are all feeling the pressure of inflation, ballooning development costs, and the demand for live service updates that keep games relevant for years. Somebody has to pay for all that, and it's increasingly falling on the players. Rockstar's decision to quietly raise prices on Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 is more than just a simple price adjustment. It's a clear signal about where the industry is heading. This move reflects a strategic testing of the waters, gauging player tolerance for higher costs on legacy titles before rolling out even more aggressive pricing on new releases like GTA 6. It's a subtle but powerful way to acclimate fans to spending more without triggering the immediate backlash that a loud announcement would bring. Beyond just the price tag, this shift highlights the evolving dynamics between publishers and players. As development budgets skyrocket and live service expectations grow, companies like Rockstar are pushing the boundaries of how much they can charge for a game's perceived value, not just at launch, but long after. This has significant implications for gamers who prefer to invest in a title once and enjoy it indefinitely, rather than navigating a constant stream of microtransactions or subscription fees. Moreover, this pricing strategy underscores the increasing dominance of digital marketplaces, where physical competition is absent and pricing can be manipulated with little transparency. For players who buy exclusively through digital storefronts, these price hikes feel like a silent squeeze, gradual enough to avoid mass outrage, but impactful enough to strain wallets over time. It's also important to consider how this move affects the long-term relationship between Rockstar and its fanbase. Trust and goodwill have been crucial in sustaining enthusiasm for GTA and Red Dead franchises over many years. Raising prices without offering new content or clear justification risks alienating loyal players, especially when expectations for GTA 6 are sky-high. If these price increases are perceived as purely profit-driven rather than value-driven, Rockstar could face growing resistance. Finally, this development fits into a broader industry trend where gamers are increasingly being asked to shoulder rising costs amid uncertain returns. While inflation and production expenses are real challenges, the question remains: how far will consumers accept price hikes before pushing back? Rockstar's move may be an early indicator of a tipping point, one that could redefine how we think about game ownership, value, and pricing in the years to come. In summary, this isn't just about paying a bit more for older games today. It's about the future landscape of gaming economics. Whether you see it as a necessary evolution or an unwelcome cash grab, one thing is clear: gamers need to stay informed and vigilant, because the price you pay today could be a preview of what's coming tomorrow. What do you think? Is Rockstar justified in raising prices for older games? Or is this a greedy cash grab? Are we ready for $80 games? Or is this the tipping point for gamers pushing back? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget, want to try these games without paying full price? Check out Gamefly, links in the description. Rent Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, or dozens of other games and save yourself some serious money. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Rockstar's pricing strategy, hit that like button, subscribe to What's Up Nerd Insider, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next gaming breakdown.